Now, we've talked a lot, I haven't, but we've mentioned Hunter Biden and all this Ukrainian stuff. I don't find anything in this story to be criminal, and I don't find it interesting. However, there are some parts to this story that I do find interesting. I'm going to talk about them right now. And listen, I'm not the president of the United States on the debate stage. I don't want to mock a guy for having a drug problem, but there are some pictures that have surfaced that are beyond wild. And if I could just finish, and we posted them on our Twitter page at The Vegas Take if you'd like to take a look at them. So let me just explain real quickly the background, JD, and then you comment on this. So there was a computer, if you may or may not be aware, that was dropped off at a repair shop in Biden's home state of Delaware. This was back in April of 2019, according to the store's owner. Other material extracted from the computer includes a raunchy 12-minute video that appears to show Hunter, who's admitted struggling with addiction problems, smoking crack while engaging in a sex act with an unidentified woman, as well as numerous other sexually explicit images. The customer who brought in the water-damaged MacBook Pro for repair never paid for the service or retrieved it, or a hard drive in which the contents were stored, according to the shop owner, who said he tried repeatedly to contact the client. So we saw some of these images. It certainly doesn't portray Hunter Biden in a good light. He's got a cigarette in his mouth. There's one picture of him. He appears to be sleeping with a cigarette in his mouth. I don't know who does that. There's another picture of him in a bathtub naked with a cigarette in his mouth. I mean, and listen, I don't like to mock anybody for a drug addiction, and I'm glad he's doing better now. But with that being said,
is he actually doing better now?
He's been clean. As far as I know, he's been clean.
Biden said he was doing better now, but is he actually doing better? So, and the reason why Trump brought up, and I'm not even sure he brought up the drug. I know Biden mentioned the drug addiction, but what Trump brought up, and the only reason that he mentioned Hunter is because of the $3.5 million wire that Hunter Biden received from the mayor of Moscow's wife. And I would have done the exact same thing.
Hunter brought up the cocaine issue.
If this was Donald Trump Jr. and the exact same information came out that he was getting paid $60,000 a month by some company, and with that company he was using that to set up meetings with his president father to do some business off the record, not on the official schedule like the Biden campaign said that meeting wasn't. If this was the case, Donald Trump Jr. would be in jail right now.
Now there's still a chance that might happen.
There would be impeachment papers, the second impeachment, drawn up immediately.
Well,
Nancy Pelosi would be going crazy. Chuck Schumer would be going crazy. The point is here, the Biden family gets preferential treatment. This is clear as
which is
day.
Absolutely absurd, because
if I could just
I know you disagree, but if I could just comment on what you just said, there's many members of Donald Trump's family that have been getting paid a lot of money that have no business being in the positions they're in. This is also investigated by the Republican committee, and they found no criminal wrongdoing. So anyway, don't want to get into that debate.
No, this is all brand new. All this email, this is brand new information. It has not been investigated by anybody.
They've had it since the FBI's had it since 2019.
And Joe Biden 2 days ago specifically stated that he did not have any type of communication with Hunter Biden or anyone that Hunter Biden worked with. So what you just said is wrong. And this email proves that as to be completely false.
What you just said
Joe Biden
is
lied
wrong
to the American people. And a Joe Biden administration would be extremely corrupt, just as Barack Obama's administration was. And the Trump administration is not the corrupt administration. It's just a constant projection on what has been really going on by the Democrats. And that's why left-wing media is just trying so hard to get Trump out of office, because so many things happened before Trump went into office that are about to be exposed to the American public, and when that happens, heads are going to roll.
Like I said to start this segment, I didn't want to get into a debate with you.
It's not a debate.
Once again,
I just had a little 3 minutes statement I wanted to make.
Like I said to start this segment, I didn't want to get into a debate with you about Ukraine, about Hunter Biden, because it's academic as far as I'm concerned. The Republican committee found no criminal wrongdoing, so everything you're saying is not relevant at all. And by the way, this isn't new information. The FBI had it since 2019. So what you said is wrong. It's incorrect. If you want to see the photos, check out our Twitter page at The Vegas Take. There are pictures of Hunter Biden. Maybe you'll find him attractive with a cigarette in his mouth, naked in a bathtub. Maybe you won't, but check it out again at thevegastake.com. So anyway, moving on. I worked for a short period of time in Seattle. Good market for radio. In fact, that's where I met our crackhead producer, which would be Jason Stein. No, he doesn't do crack. And last I checked, he does smoke cigarettes, but I've never seen him, thank God, naked in a bathtub. I never want to see that image. But anyway.